What's going on, everyone? Nathan here, playing some more Team Fortress 2 on CP Dust Bowl, and I will be continuing my installment in the Dusty series where I use my least used weapons for each respective class. So, obviously I'll be doing Pyro here. My primary I'll be using is the Backburner, my secondary is the Man Melter, and the third melee, I believe, is called the Third Degree. I'm not sure on that one. Sorry, I don't really know item names a lot for the Dr. Gordman pack or whatever, so, forgive me for that, but, so for this round, I do have, the medics to thank a lot, because the medic gave me, I think, 4 Ubers, and, I actually, this is probably the best gameplay out of all of the Dusty videos so far. Well, you'll see the ending score in a minute. Usually when I die, I pull up the score each time, so you'll be able to check that. But, I do very good, but I do have, the medics to thank for that. They were really awesome, gave me Ubers and stuff. I didn't even ask them or anything. One of the guys kept typing, you only live once in chat, and then he would just give me an Uber, and I was like, whatever, I'll just take it. So, in the beginning here, I'm using the Man Melter very, very heavily. Because I don't really want to go in with the Backburner, because obviously with like 7 enemies shooting at you in close quarters, you're not gonna survive that long. So as you see there, I just get headshot or body shot or whatever. I can't really read the icon. So getting into the breakdown of these items and why they are my least used weapons for Pyro. So first off, we have the Backburner here, and technically speaking, the Backburner is not my least used primary for Pyro. My technical least used primary for Pyro, that is some nasty alliteration, is the Phlogistinator, because I have used that for a total of about 10 minutes, and, but I took it more as in, least used flamethrower in like modern times, and I haven't used the Backburner in a very, very long time other than this gameplay right here. And I've sort of forgotten what it feels like to use the Backburner, because the only time I've really used it a lot was back when it was pretty much, well, it was actually back when the Degreaser first came out, whereas the only experience I've had with the Phlogistinator has been about 10 minutes, and that was maybe like 3 weeks ago when I was trying it out to see how overpowered it can be. And look at me, just I had to include some WM1 into this if I'm using the Backburner, trying to chase down that spy, but I think he died. That medic must have somehow got him. But one thing I also do during this gameplay is really stay back near this engineer sentry and protect him against spies. At least 2, maybe even 3 come back here and start sapping his stuff, but I think 2 of the 3 maybe were carrying the spy-sickle, which I wasn't able to successfully light them on fire all of the time. Excuse me. But anyways, so I did want to go with the more modern gameplay of which weapon to choose for the Pyro primary, and I was actually really curious. I kind of wanted to test out the Flog and see if it really was overpowered, which I'm sure it could be, but I'm also a really good degreaser Pyro. With that fast weapon switch and the extinguisher, so I don't know how that would have suited my playstyle. So moving on here to the other weapons and why I don't use them, we have the Man Melter, and I don't use this simply because the flare gun and the detonator are better choices to me. The only pros you seem to get with the Man Melter is that you get guaranteed crits if you extinguish players with them. And then, what was the other pro? It doesn't require ammo, so that's like the only reason I would use it over the flare gun or detonator. But the biggest downside is that it does not crit or mini crit against burning players. Maybe it does, but I haven't noticed. So I have just tended not to use it that much. The projectile, like, what do you call it? Like the projectile speed is also faster, but I really haven't noticed that either. And I would definitely take like 40 more damage with the mini crit or crit than the extra projectile speed. And supposedly you can extinguish players or teammates by shooting them with this weapon, which gives you guaranteed criticals. But, I mean, it is really hard to hit an enemy with this, and since teammates walk at the same rate, it's also hard to hit teammates, so I don't know, it's just like not that useful. So here you see, like, I think it's like my second medic Uber so far, and I just go to town on these guys, WM1ing all over. They try to run away, I hit them in the back with this. So yeah, I don't know. I must admit, although it was some WM1ing, that was pretty dang fun. So yeah. Finally, and last but not least, we have the third degree, which is the melee weapon. I think you've seen me pull it out once so far, maybe? I don't know. But basically, this is a Pyro axe, if you guys didn't know, that hits enemies that are connected to a meta beam, and it does damage to the medic as well. And that is a spy, and you saw right there that he was using the Spicicle because he didn't light on fire after he supposedly died or dead ringered. So, you have that, but anyway, that was kind of like, had to point that out. Anyway, so we have the third degree, and now he's sapping all of the engineer shit. Anyways, as I keep trying to point out what's on screen, we have the third degree, and I haven't used this simply because, its effect is not that useful at all, and, its effect is that when you hit somebody connected to a meta beam, the other person connected to the meta beam also takes damage from the third degree. So this effect has not been useful at all. I haven't come into one situation where I would just pull it out because I see a medic and start going to town on them. Usually when that happens, you are just like up in their face so much that either one, you could pull out your flamethrower and flame them a lot faster, or two, they're gonna like fire a rocket at their feet if they're a soldier, or stickies at their feet if they're a demo man. I mean, even a sniper can just pulls out his own melee and probably will get a crit on you before you can get a crit on with your axe. So I haven't found this useful at all, and that's why it's my least used Pyro melee. My most used Pyro melee definitely is the Postal Pummeler. And if you guys didn't know about that, it is a reskin of the Extinguisher, and I would take that melee any day over the third degree because you can get guaranteed crits from it, and it actually takes skill to use. Also, you can deal out so much damage with it. So, yeah. So that is my breakdown of why I don't really use these weapons, and I just sped up that respawn time. I didn't figure that you guys wanted to see it, and if I could offer some advice to any pyros out there, even though everyone hates you and generally despises you, it would be to use the air blast on the back burner if you must use the back burner. Usually people just WM1 with it, and my advice would be to help out your team and use that air blast and air blast stickies away, and other projectiles such as rockets, as I was doing about 30 seconds ago. I helped out my team save that century, and I'm sure the engineer appreciated it. So, one other thing I wanted to mention was the new items for Meet the Pyro. This video is actually well timed. I'm doing a Pyro video when Meet the Pyro is almost going to come out. Supposedly the update is going to come out on Friday. Valve, I don't know if they're gonna release Meet the Pyro on Friday, or if something's happening on Friday, but I heard the date Friday. Well, I heard the words update and Friday in the same sentence. Not literally, but come on guys, you get the point here. Side note, this video was made on Wednesday, June 20th, 2012. So yeah, the new crafting ingredients are the capacitator, broken capacitator, goldfish, banana peel, broken barn door plank, something like that. The secret diary, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. Oh well. Anyway, so if you guys didn't know that, those items have to do with Meet the Pyro, and supposedly I've heard from somebody, I'm not sure if this is to be believed or not, that on Friday when the new update is released, you will craft all 5 different weapon or crafting ingredients together to get the Pyro's secret diary, and supposedly it's like the secret diary with a burnt edge or something. So yeah, if you didn't know that, maybe you learned something today. It's all rumor at this point, so don't trust 100% anything you hear until Valve says it. but there you go. So I thought I would report what I know, and you can take it for what it is. So now they're pushing first point pretty hard here, and I thought we would actually give it up and pull back a little bit. But in a little bit, you'll see we actually do charge back right into their spawn, actually, and end up winning. Might as well spoil that ending for you guys. You don't mind, do you? So once again, I am back here defending this engineer, and this sentry is absolutely essential, being the other engineer does not have a sentry up. So once again, lighting the spies on fire. As you see here, even though I am a bit of a WM1 Pyro, I do help out my team majorly doing that spy checking. And one thing as well that comes to mind actually right now is that if you guys ever want to be like a super help to your engineers and make everyone appreciate it, equip the degreaser, the flare gun, and then the homewrecker or maul in my case because I have it and it looks awesome. But basically just stick to the engineers, be their spy checker Pyro, and remove sappers from all of their stuff. So that is like really a big help to your team, and I'm sure everyone will appreciate it. One other thing I would like to mention, I'm using the Garmin HUD, as I mentioned in most of my Team Fortress 2 videos, because I always hate it when people don't announce what they're equipping most of the time. I'm using the Garmin HUD, and look at that, extinguishing that engineer like a good little Pyro. So, yeah, I'm using Garmin HUD, that's GARM3N. This is the 4MP version, for you guys who have downloaded it before. He gives like at least 12 versions in his download, and this is the 4MP version, and I like it because if you look at my health, which is being refilled right now, it just turned to white. In the standard version there is like a black box around that with like a black background sort of to like cover the numbers, and in the 4MP version this is transparent, so I like that better than the other version where it just gets rid of the unnecessary colors and whatnot. So now you see on the left there momentarily you saw that engineer set up a sentry, and that will actually mark the beginning of our total like spawn invasion, I suppose you could say, because we just push up like a mofo here. And so far I think I'm 32-8, something like that for the scoreboard. The scoreboard should come up here in a sec. 35, and I didn't see my deaths there, but yeah, so right now we are just pushing spawn so hard. That engineer has the gall to set up his sentry right where they walk out, and that was insane, because I've never seen that on Dust Bowl before. Usually defense loses on Dust Bowl for every single time, actually. Blue mainly wins for control point is what I've really learned over my experience playing TF2. But anyways, back on topic, which I've no idea what topic I was on. I take out this sniper like a boss. No, I don't. Actually, I totally forgot about that. Some sniper body shots me, and that's pretty much the end of the video. So, thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome day. Please leave a rating. I really appreciate it if you enjoyed it. Or not enjoyed it, leave a dislike. I don't really care. Once again, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and peace out.